Hi Scorpios, if you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence that we are going to scry for shapes and symbols that speak to our psyche and psychedelic senses. We'll add on tarot and oracle, and as well we have ghost tube here kicking for any audio additions that may inspire or irritate. Receive or release freely, of course. Scorpios, I'm going to get ready to open up here. You're welcome to join me or fast forward through. Taking a nice big breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of Scorpio. Scorpio, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I love our adventures together. All right, let's go. You know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below or keep to yourself, introverts and extroverts alike. Oh, we're going to start over there. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing an X-ray. Yeah, I'm seeing an X-ray. I'm looking very much so within myself, the light within myself. I'm getting a lot of help. And when I say a lot of help, it's not like I'm saying it or hearing it in like, oh, you need a lot of help. Maybe you do. I don't know. I'm not hearing it that way. Maybe I could acknowledge I could be saying it like that to myself. Like, oh, you need a lot of help. You know, maybe that's a self way of speaking. But it's like I'm looking at myself. And I know I'm supported. I'm supported by a massive amount of spirit that is in the afterlife, specifically, and beyond the afterlife. Whatever other realms you may align with. There are people here in the animated.
Buried.
Okay, they were once animated. They're no longer. They are in the afterlife aura. And I am seeing them two different ways. I'm seeing them like a tiger, or is that like a Cheshire cat? I'm trying to, oh, okay. I'm seeing it like a rock star. So Scorpio, I'm not sure if this is you or the way they view you.
What do I do?
Somebody from the afterlife aura. Because I'm seeing it like, is it Kiss or Metallica or, oh, Alice Cooper? Alice Cooper. I felt like I need to do a real good lean in for that. I don't know. Yeah, maybe even like something like 80s, 90s rock, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Yeah, because I'm even seeing like really big costumes. Oh my goodness, this feels in a good way like complicated, like I'm putting on a show. Healing energy. Is this what it, you know what this feels like? Growth of energy. Elixir of, okay. I feel Scorpios, healing energy, growth energies, and elixir of life. If you want to take those in, and you know the drill, follow your own intuition first versus my yammerings, but I appreciate the space being held. I feel like I am healing at a rate that makes me, I heard museum quality, so I don't know, it's like being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or fame, but I feel like I am like a rock star at how I'm maneuvering through healing. I've done my healing. You know, it's not like done. It's not, it's like, but it is. It's like this part's done. The show's done. That song is over. But you know, you might go to another concert where that song is going to be sung again, but the feelings will be different. It's like when somebody wrote the song and felt a certain way, like,
where are you?
If I may, and I don't know, but I'm assuming with some sort of writers, this may be the process. Something happens, you feel some sort of way about it. You write this song, this whatever this hurt was, and it has a certain infusion into it. But I feel like I've sung the song so many times. I've been on so many other stages that now I sing that song and the feeling's different. So I can enjoy singing it to help others move through maybe what I remember was the initial inspiration, but is no longer
Agreed.
the reality. Does that make sense? Well outside of my wheelhouse, so I hope this helps. And I feel like this elixir, like right at your root and moving up. I'm also seeing like a white gremlin in there. Like a good gremlin. A good gremlin. And it's like I'm uncracking something in my own energy. Scorpios. This is like a self-serving love song. And I don't mean self-serving in a nasty way. It feels like a really good it's like hearing metal music or rock, good old-fashioned rock. And if you listen to the words, it's a really positive message. But with this way to communicate it, because it's like it doesn't invigorate the memory. It's invigorating my reality right now and right here. And it's like, yes. I feel like I have been picked up. Like I'm in some sort of, it is an urn. I was going to say a vase, but you've had I guess a vase. Is a vase an urn or an urn a vase? I don't really know. Because this is how I'm seeing it in here, and like these handles. The ashes of what was, I have them on the mantle, and this is where I'm at now. It's almost like, and I know at some point in time, this elixir of where I'm at, I don't know what it is, Scorpios, in your aura that you're working on. But it seems to be like these things are coming in that I can see, like some of them are passing. It's like they've passed on. Person, place, or thing, a part of me, a healing, a hurt healing to healed. And I can admire them. And I know they might be useful somewhere along the lines. For another elixir. Something about the moon cycles is coming through. But this is where I'm at now. This is what I'm creating. This is what I'm mastering. Because I'm seeing like a Metallica, like Master of Puppets. Look at all of this that I am working with. This whole landscape up here. Tunnel also came through. Oh, no. So this is like a tunnel.
Healing.
I went through the tunnel. You know what it's like I'm seeing in this urn is like healing energy. And in this urn is growth of energy. And I go into like the secret something or other within myself, my own apothecary. Maybe it's your Akashic records. But I feel like it's a little fancier. And you have to go down with like a hermit lantern. Okay, I want to wander up here because I'm seeing so much activity. Oh, okay. So much activity going on. The blue dog and the burning head. If those anything that stand out to you in the artistry or in the words, please follow that first versus my yammerings, but I appreciate the space being held. Of course.
Believe.
I am speaking to a source. This is my hurt. This is my hurt that has stepped through, healed. Something about when I do feel blue, it's like when I do feel blue in the here and now, this something or other, a song or something, a thought in my head steps through and supports that. Not in a pity party jump on.
Scared.
No, not in a pity party jump on. In I feel you. I feel you feeling blue. And I'm seeing the blue like water. Like I'm on a riverboat of some sort or sailing on a cruise. Okay, so I'm also seeing something like wandering when I feel fiery and hot-headed. When I feel hot-headed, at least how I'm feeling it, really that means I'm feeling blue, and I'm like kind of stuck in that hot-headedness. But really it's because my feelings are blue. I don't know what this is about, Scorpio, but I'm taking a look at something like a big old claw. See this like big old claw coming down, and it's like, and I pick up like this, maybe this head. If I put that in there, and I'm picking it up, and I want to take a look at it. And it's like this flaming head, and there's these sunglasses. And it's going to turn. And now I'm seeing it like one of those, once these two meet and talk, like they are picked up. Maybe this is your higher self. Maybe this is your head and this is your heart. Maybe whatever this is. Again, it's all surrounded by great support in many, many realms. But then it like turns. And these things turn and like flip. So you can see like a slideshow of something. I review something. I'm reviewing something. Okay. I'm reviewing something because I'm seeing rats, and not rats like in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the wise rat guy, I think he was. Huh. This is like an ancient spiky rat. Okay, I don't know if rat means something to someone or something, because it's fleeting me, because what it's doing is protecting. I don't know what it's protecting. It's protecting this review process I may have. Again, somebody might be like a songwriter, or maybe you write stuff down and you don't realize it could be a song, and like I could be a songwriter, I don't know. Or my reflections of a journal, my thoughts of the past that I never wrote down. I don't necessarily need to write down. But I remember them like it's in my head, and I'm like flickering through like one of those old school things. Something wants to come up. And these rats, these ancient rats with spikes on them, so I don't even know if they're, in this way, they're still rats. They might be like baby stegosauruses or something, or lizards of some sorts that have like little spikies. Iguanas, do they have spiky things on them? That's not the point. Okay, they are like making space for this to rise up. There's a conversation I feel like I'm being yelled at when I was a baby, or something along that lines. There's a whole journey happening up here. I feel like I'm reviewing my whole life. This is, I don't even know like how well I can get into all the details here. All up here in the edges of the ink. It's like I'm seeing a whole story. Chariot, driving it, like adolescence maybe, young adulthood, and Capricorn. Like so much going on. I feel like I'm seeing, I don't even think I need to get into it. I think this is what you're doing. You are reviewing. And you know how like a rat can scurry around and they can follow things really, really quickly. That's why the rat's coming through for me. It can mean anything for you, and that's cool. For me, it's making me feel like I am like in the tunnels of my own system. And I am finding out things about me. It feels really profound. But there's some effort. Somebody else's dreams might be really wild. Might be having really wild dreams right now. Scorpios. If I didn't say so already, please do like, share, and subscribe.
Christina.
I get very, very invested in your ink. And to those who do and donate. All the links are below if you like a personal. iScry.ca. Thank you. You are my haunted heart. All right, let's keep going here because you got some cards here. Princess of the Echoing Hills, Child of the Great Transformers, Queen of the Thrones of Flame, Lord of Oh, yes. I want to know what's on the bottom. Thank you. Okay. I don't know if that will come through. Lord of Earthly Power, Scorpio. This is how we do it. This is how you do it. when I was talking about like these spirit things and like this X-ray, this 6-pack within myself, it's like whatever gives me heartburn, I'm going to stop eating it. I'm no longer going to take heartburn medicine. I'm going to just stop eating those things. That's what it's making me feel like. Whatever thoughts have been carried around, and I even want to know, this feels very urn-like in its decoration.
Hell.
You have been through hell and back, but in some way, shapes, or form, it might be and might have been to a degree, and in a collaboration with consciousness. You were part of that. There's no one to blame, and I think you know that. The echoes of the songs that once were sung that had an effect on me no longer do, but I can still sing them and appreciate them. And some you just may not listen to ever again. Be like, hey, I'm over that. I'm over enjoying that kind of genre or that song quite specifically. And there is this obvious transformation that takes place. You start to play with where, like, that stage of where you are now. And I'm not trying to say like, oh, it's because it comes into this power, this earthly power, and material successes underneath that with the Chariot of Fire. So there's much enough confirmation. It's like reclaiming my dominion in density, but through the different deaths that I've had to go through. Even your own egos when you're feeling blue. Healing energy. Anyway, you know the drill. There's all these urns and vases. Sorry, Scorpios. I was having a moment there. Another spirit is also, it's almost like death works for you in like seeing, remember, like that Kiss and Alice Cooper or Alice in Chains, whatever the case is. And you don't need to know the bands per se, but they just have this persona that is very powerful and they make a presence. And it's reminding me of like these different death characters. And then you have all these urns everywhere as well. All these different death characters. And that's what I've been transforming. I've created a path. Okay, this sounds creepy, but you're here, so to a certain degree, you might enjoy it. It's like taking the ashes of parts of me, the echoes, even if it's in words, right? And you're creating a song and you're tapping back into them to write a poem or journal, whatever it is. To remember what happened to you. And I mix it with the water and then the flames of like heat and sun and time to make a concrete cobblestone path. And I transform what might have been like sand or a walkway through my tunnel that had like a dirt path. And now it's more. I don't know how to say that. It's more. I'm also seeing some sort of ability through this tunnel. Like this becomes, something can turn through maybe the transformation. And this becomes the path. And I'm claiming something back, like death and dominion. This is no joke.
What is happening?
I don't know, because this feels like no joke. And it feels very personal. How I perceive things, how I personify things, how I interact with things. And I am crushing the bones of bull. Yeah. Look how, okay. Oh, I apologize. Wrong camera. Anything. This feels very internal and personal. So thank you again. But if this isn't your scry story, I thank you for holding space for others to receive it. If at some point in time you felt like you reached a dead end, you cleared it out to create something. There's a symbol in there. It's like to tell another version of yourself or somebody else that might be wandering around these tunnels, like a dead end. like your community, like don't waste time or don't do this. You know what I mean? Just a note. It's like you're leaving a clue for somebody else. Because whatever you've been working through underground, whatever you've been working through within yourself with all these elixirs and healing energy and growth, it's like becoming bigger, and it's like you're becoming famous. That's what it feels like. It feels like famousness. And you might have had some defeat, and you might have had some sort of dead ends, of course, but they were teaching spots. This massive ability to be an athlete of your awareness and to continuously looking at things coming out of the desert. This queen thing is a whole lot.
No.
Continues. Okay, when I see the Queen of the Thrones of Flame, and then this queen up here, or even queen like the band, right, or the singer, taking charge of something and being who I am, because it's almost like, yeah, that was maybe a conflict within the self or in my consciousness. It's like, can I, like again, back in the 80s, a lot of the rock stars and stuff like were dressed up in these costumes and very feminine like and makeup. And it was wild. Big hair. It was wild and it was awesome. It was awesome because the music was awesome. The presentation was awesome. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't about everything trying to define everything to these parts. And that's what I feel like I'm pulling away of these roots that might have been bound within me. And it was like, how do I complete this riddle?
School.
I realize that I have everything I already need. I might have just been bound up in, I want to say, not believing in me. But I do. I do. And Scorpios, whatever journey this is in relation to, whatever
Sunday
urge you have, and maybe you've gone through some ego things. I won't say the ego death because it definitely serves in some places, but maybe when it rears its ugly head per se, you recognize it. So you can work with the whole band. Maybe you are also going out on your own as well. If you're part of a band and you want to also be solo, you have it here and maybe that's what you're doing. Maybe it's even like in a company of something with success, earthly power, and the chariot of fire. Maybe you've been working at a company and you're going to be starting your own business as well. Like, that's how good you are. That's how good you've been doing at this. I'm going to leave it here, Scorpios, because I feel like I've been rambling and acknowledging this reflection, this whole review, meticulous review. You've put yourself at center stage. You've put the costumes on. You've redesigned what Dominion looks like and feels like to you. And like, you're coming out on stage. It feels fantastic. Not without its hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, but it feels fantastic. And it's like there's an applause. Actually, it's like a crowd of applause. So I would like to send that to you. All right. Until next time, Scorpios, we will flip it and we will come back at it from a different perspective.
Energy.
And until then, I'll see you again soon. Thank you.